Hello, my name is Vincent. I'm from Life Coach Rapid Results. Today I'm here with Paul.
Good to see you, Vince. Vince, today we're going to be talking about relationships and more importantly, some ideas about how to deal with narcissists and why they turn up in our life.
So that's a big one now, especially at this present time. There's a lot of people going through difficult relationships, and especially with this lockdown, it's encouraged a lot of these character defects to come into play, which they didn't probably really notice before because they was going out and having a rest, or they was going out different places, they're having these breaks, and now all of a sudden all these breaks have got taken away and they're together 24/7.
Of course.
And it can be a breeding ground for problems.
Yeah.
And
that was interesting, Vince. A breeding ground.
Yeah.
I like
breeding,
that.
Breeding
I like that.
ground for problems.
Yeah, so they can happen, but we can stop them. That's what I would guess. If somebody's going to breed, you can stop somebody breeding. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to know how, because we all play a part in it.
Yeah.
And as well as a narcissist, it's the nice partner that plays the part in creating the narcissist as well, or creating that relationship where they didn't want. Yeah. But what people do not realize is the narcissist is happening for them. It's not happening to them. Yeah. So the narcissist, the relationship, the bad relationship is happening for them. It's not happening to them.
What do you mean by that, Vince?
So what do I mean by that is, so if everybody wants to find Mr. or Mrs. Right, yeah, everybody wants to find that perfect relationship, but we all have got these vulnerable spots, these blind spots, and when we get into a difficult relationship, what that difficult relationship shows us, because we all got good and we all got bad in us, no matter who we are, how nice we are, we've all got a good side, we've all got a bad side. And in the best relationships, the dark side will always come out here and there. And unless you got someone to say, oi, you're meant to be home 6 o'clock and you're home like 7:30, what's going on? You haven't even phoned me, or you've done this wrong, or this haven't happened and you said you was going to do that. If the bad behavior is not getting nipped in the butt straight away, then that bad behavior will progress. And if the other person is not pulling them up and saying something and putting them in the place and speaking their truth and telling them, what you're doing is not making me feel very nice, and being in a place where they're not going to put up with crap, then they have as much part to play in creating a narcissist as the narcissist himself.
What I've got from that, Vince, is so you're saying that the vulnerable person is creating the monster by not speaking up for themselves.
Yeah, they're creating that relationship, which turns out to be the worst thing ever. They have a big part to play in that,
Yeah. Okay.
But in order for you to find the right person, you must be able to identify these vulnerable spots. And you only identify these vulnerable spots by being in this relationship, this difficult relationship with the narcissist. So by him identifying these vulnerable spots, it shapes you into being a better person, which equips you to be able to find and keep the relationship you always want. Not in all cases, but in a lot of cases, it's giving you enough pain. See, the narcissist will keep causing you pain. The problem will amplify until you go, right, that's it. You're not doing that. I'm not having this no more. I'm going to phone Women's Aid. I'm going to phone the police. I'm out of here. I'm gone. And only by doing that, then, when you've stood up for yourself and you've done what's right for you, then you've overcome these vulnerabilities. And then that strength, then you take into a relationship. You'll have it at the beginning of the relationship, not at the end of the relationship when the pain has got too bad. You will understand the past relationship, the past bad relationship was a gift in order to have a better relationship in the future. Again, not in all cases. Some people will keep making the same mistake over and over again and not realize where they're going wrong.
Okay. So what I had from that then, Vince, is that the narcissist is pointing out in a way your vulnerable spots.
That's correct.
You're fixing your vulnerable spots. When they are fixed, you'll either have a great relationship and that will transform into a great relationship, or maybe if you move on, you'll be prepared, if you like, for the next relationship not to have the same results.
Yeah. Like I said, everybody got the possibility, everybody's got light and everybody's got dark in them. You know, bad behavior comes out in the best relationships. But if they're not getting feedback from the other partner to say, oh, this is not right, this shouldn't be happening, that shouldn't be going on, and they don't nip it in the butt straight away, then that problem will grow and grow and grow and grow until it causes you so much pain you have to take action. Yeah, and that's what people, again, so people, the other person has a part to play in creating a narcissist as a narcissist. But again, you know, it's how you look at this. You know, I'm changing you how you think about this situation in order to give you emotional ease and comfort, because that's what it's about. Like, you know, we're too quick to label things as negative or bad, when in reality everything's just an experience. We're learning from it, and a bad experience that makes me a better person, to make me have a better future, is a gift. You know, it's not something that's negative. It's something I want to keep. And maybe if I had a better relationship first of all, then when that better relationship ends, because I didn't have the skills to keep it and the way how I should be communicating and standing up for myself, then possibly that narcissist relationship will happen in the future, because I'm still vulnerable in them certain areas. You know, so it's important to remember that, and remember what I'm doing here. I'm changing how you think about something, which changes how you feel about something, which then turns into a valuable gift, which you want to keep. And when you want to keep it, the resistance drops. And when the resistance drops, so does the emotional pain. But like I said, this doesn't cover every narcissist relationship. This just covers quite a lot of them, but not all of them. And it's important to take note and learn from the lesson. Like, I work with some people and they're not in love with a person. They fall in love with an idea when they was a teenager. You know, they have this illusion of this person, what it should look like. And they chase this illusion thinking it's love. But it's not. It's just an idea they created or fell in love with when they was younger. And they're still trying to create that. But the illusion and the reality is two different things. You know, the illusion looks nice and you dress it up and you romance about it, but the reality is terrible. You know, so it's important that we don't fall into the trap of chasing this illusion, which causes us pain. You know, like people fall in love with like a bad boy, like, yeah. So they fall in love with these bad boys, but the romancing idea about it and the reality about it is two different things. The reality is very painful and very lonely, but the idea, we can dress it up. You know, we can dress it up so much that we're in love with the illusion, and we pursue that illusion and pursue it. Okay, maybe the next time it'll be better, next time it'll be better, next time it'll be better, and it keeps taking us to the same place until the problem will just keep getting amplified and amplified until we go, midday. Maybe I better change my idea of who I'm falling in love with here. Like, you know, maybe I need to change that. Maybe the person, the idea I got in my head of the person who I want to be with is not right, and I need to change the idea in my head, which I have that choice to change that idea. I can change that idea. It's like a blueprint. I can change the blueprint I have for life. I can change the blueprint I have for a partner. And it's important to remember that. You know, if you're running off a faulty blueprint, it's going to lead you nowhere but pain, like, you know. So remember this, like, it's very important. So yeah, you know, it's the narcissist relationship is happening to us, for us, not to us. We got to remember this, and we got to remember change how we see this. And by changing how we see this, we change how it affects us. We change how we feel about it, and our resistance drops. And when that resistance drops, it's a lot easier to deal with, get over, and move on. You know, because I was speaking to this girl the other day, and you know, I was saying to her, you know, it's how bad has the behaviour got over the years? And she said, it's got worse and worse and worse. You know, it's to the point now, there's all sorts happening, like, you know, it's really bad. I said, okay then. So over time it's got worse, it's never got better. So by you not taking action, yeah, you're fearful over taking action, yeah? She says, yeah, I'm fearful over taking action. You know, okay then, so you might be fearful over taking action, but possibly, I'm not saying it could happen, but quite possibly by you not taking action, then that could put your kids in danger in a way. That could put a family member of yours in danger in a way if they try standing up for you. And he comes to the house when they're there, you know. So it's quite possibly there's something bad could happen because you didn't take the action you needed in order to fix that situation, you know, because the problem will just keep amplifying until you take the action you need. And that's how the universe works. It just keeps throwing the problem at us until we make the changes we need to take the action we need to take. So quite possibly by you not going to the woman's aid, by you not going to the police, you're putting other people in danger in your life who you care about. So you might not want to do it for yourself, but would you do it for the people you care about? And the answer was yes. It's easier for them to do it for the people they care about than it is for themselves. Obviously, the self-love, the self-respect, the self-worth, it all gets beaten down after a while, like, you know, and it can be, it's a process, you know. There's a lot of work you need to do for that stuff in order to build that stuff up, and the work begins with putting the action in you need to make the right choices to deal with the situation in the right manner, you know, because that's what it's all about. It's about putting the action in and dealing with it so it doesn't escalate into something you don't want it to escalate. So yeah, you know, it's important to, you know, because a lot of people are living in fear. They're living in fear and worry and what they're going to do, what's going to happen to me. But like I just pointed out, like, you know, the problem has always got worse. It's never got better, and it will always get worse and worse and worse until you take the action you need to take to change what's going on.
That's great. Thank you very much, Vince. Is that as far as that, you answered everything as far as I was concerned then. But is there anything else you want to add to that, or?
No, if you're alive, you're in with a chance to change. You know, if you're still in a bad relationship and it's got really bad, you still have the power to change that. You know, you've always got the power to make the right choice and the right decisions to change that. And you've always, as long as you've always got a chance to find that relationship you always wanted. And if you're in a bad relationship, take from the bad relationship the good that's coming out of the bad relationship, and then when you can take the good that's come out of the bad relationship, you can learn from that and have a much better relationship, and that perfect relationship, which you wouldn't have had if you didn't have the bad relationship in the first place. But again, the narcissist is also the breakup and the pain the narcissist gets put in with all these people breaking up from him, or you get some relationship. They're not nipping in the butt, and they got a part to play in it. Not in all cases, but because they're not doing that, then they're creating the narcissist. So every time he gets broken up and someone leaves him, he gets more pain, and more pain, until the narcissist has had enough pain. He goes, right, I need to change something here because I'm in so much pain. You know, I'm lonely. I can't get proper connections with people. Everybody's getting rid of me. You know, I need to do something. I need to work on my own insecurities. I need to work on my own stuff in order for me to have a better life. You know, we cannot save people. We can't. And a lot of people go around trying to save people and change people, but we can't do that. You know, we're powerless over other people. We can show people the way, but we have no power to change them, and that's up to them. And the only way we change in life, in a lot of cases, is through pain. Is through having enough pain where we go, you know, I ain't doing this no more. That's it. You know, I hate this. And when I hate something enough, I make the decision to change. But if I don't hate something enough, I just tolerate it. And if I tolerate it, nothing changes. I stay exactly where I am. So in a lot of cases, in a lot of incidences in my life, you know, my life was molded around the things I hated, because until I hated them enough, I didn't change them. So again, the pain was my gift in order for me to hate enough to give me enough motivational force I need to make the changes to a better life. So I hope you got something from that. Like I said, I'm not covering all the narcissists. I'm just covering a quite good chunk of them in this cases. Like, you know, there is many different relationships which don't fall into this category, but I'm just giving some people, you know, a chance to change how they think, which to change how they feel, and which will help them see things and dissolve that emotional pain they might be feeling right here, right now. So thank you for watching. You all take care, and I'll see you again in the next video.